it's all great when we talk about development and the nice side of, bringing people through. It's something I've always prided myself on when working with my teams. Is there's nothing better than seeing the potential and helping somebody reach that and kind of grow, and whether it be within the organisation or even see somebody. A lot of people that have worked for me in the past, I see flying elsewhere now, and there's a pride in that for me as a manager. Obviously, the aim is to retain, but the flip side of that, it's not always the nice side of things. There is sometimes, the stick is needed as much as the carrot, and there's that discipline action. And I think that's again where a self-encapsulated kind of workforce management technology could come to the fore. Maybe I've got this wrong, but it's an allowing. In my personal experience, I've always found that transparency is important. It's important for both sides, for me as the line manager and the employee to be able to see exactly what these processes are, to be able to access all the information that we need, and for everything to be very, very clear when it comes to those more awkward kind of disciplinary conversations. And I think that's probably where technology, whatever element of it is, I think that we now live in this world of cloud documents, etc., and the ability to do that. Do you think that's a fair point, that it's that transparency that workforce management platforms allow when it comes to that side of things and the discipline side of things?
Obviously, no. We're talking about mutual transparency, let's put it this way. Yes,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I say, for me as the line manager and for the employee as well, it has to be both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so again, you cannot argue, with digits, right? Okay, with the figures. You cannot argue with your picture, picture of yourself, entering the office 9:15, okay? There is clear evidence, okay? So there is no arguments about it, okay? And likewise, your line manager cannot argue, with your quota being overachieved by 20%, right? So it's figures are there, okay? So and this is where, as you mentioned, carrot and stick, are coming together. Okay, so we tracking call. So we suggest to track everything, but track it very transparent way. Okay, so we know what is tracked and we know what is not tracked. Okay, so we're tracking your success. Okay. We suggest to track your success, and we also suggest to track your underachievements. Let's put it this way. Okay, so and this is the point where you need tools. Okay, because as I mentioned, you cannot argue with the evidences. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Okay, and this is basically what solutions which are coming from the category of the smart workforce management solutions, which are not only about the time planning. Okay, it's also about very often smart TNA, time and attendance. Okay, and very often about employee engagement, or what we can call gamification of the processes. Okay, so basically it's about employee engagement. We're putting all together. We're putting discipline together with smart planning and with a very clear recognition tools and recognition path. Okay, for the employees. So and together it brings quite a lot of power. Okay, to your organization, okay, so make you quite competitive. Okay, so basically brings a competitive advantage, because again, you can continue to run your internal business, which is not exposed directly to the customers. Okay, so it's not exposed directly to the finance. Okay, so using Excel, that's fine, you can. But why? The question is why. Save your time. Okay, so when we, many years ago, we implemented, pretty much, the first field service management projects across the year. Okay, so 1998. So it was like really. There's a say why do we need it, and it became commodity. Okay, so nowadays it became commodity, and people understand everything which is related to the communicating and with the customer, managing the customer-centric business has to be done in the automated way. Okay, so because you want to concentrate on what is important to your business. Okay, and bring use your people to bring more revenue rather than to do very ineffective, very boring, very time-consuming activities. Okay, because by the end of the day, when you were talking about change management process within an organization, what the change management means. Okay, so what's your basically main argument? When you're talking to people, how to convince them. You bring, you take away the routine activities, okay, very, very energy consuming and very exhausting activities, away from them, okay, so giving them, the more authority and possibility to concentrate on what is important, okay, so to make them bigger and more important rather than they used to be, and introduction of them, of new tools, new solutions, I don't know, assistance. Okay, so it's there. Okay, so it's a bit of strange in your private world. You're using so many tools. Okay, so many assistances. I feel like which makes your life a bit simpler than it used to be. Okay, so navigation systems. The online shops and you name it. Okay, so why not to bring B2C world into the let's say B2B, right? So why not to use it internally? Why internal business should be so old fashioned? Okay, so it's not justified. Okay,